when I was looking at this, I wanted to do, and I'm gonna do it later, but there's a Cartoon Network tier list, and in my opinion, Cartoon Network is the goated network for cartoons. They had all the hits. They had all the big Teen Titans Go, Kids Next Door. They had Ed, Ed and Eddie. They had all of the classics, and you're not going to be able to convince me that they are not the best cartoon show network of all time. All right, yo, welcome back to another video. Today we're back with another tier list video. We're back. Me being a 90s baby, I had to run it back. I was looking at like TV shows and stuff like that, and I found, I think, the perfect one that has a whole host of TV shows from the 90s and the 2000s. So I think it's perfect. So we're gonna jump into that today. That is our video for today. Excuse me, nostalgic TV shows for 90s and 2000s kids. I think my tier list is gonna be the best. I was glancing over. I see a lot that I know, and I see some that I don't know. So let's jump into this. Let's see what we got. We got Joy. Yes, I watched this. This is an F. No, you're gonna throw that in the F. I don't even know what that is, so we're gonna say never seen or haven't remember. This one right here, I didn't watch enough of that one to really like give it a grade, and I don't remember too much from it, so we're gonna put there never seen or don't remember. Naruto, we did Naruto with the anime tier list, and the original, the first Naruto I put as an A. The Shippuden, the second part to it, I put as an S. Upside Down show, never seen it. Bill Nye the Science Guy, I'm gonna put him as a C, solid. Like, that's a part of the childhood, right? So you watch some of his episodes if growing up just naturally, right? But it wasn't something that I really got into. Like, as a kid, I was more into like cartoons, the animes and stuff like that. So when it came to human-based shows, I didn't really watch human-based shows. And when I mean human-based shows, I just mean with actual people and not like animated characters and stuff like that. I didn't really start watching those until later in my life. So if I didn't go back and watch it as I got older, then it's probably never going to get watched. Like that Upside Down show, human, like it has actual people in it, but I ain't going back and watching that. Jetsons, I'm gonna give an A. Jetson was a classic. That was one of the ones that you catch like early in the morning as you getting ready for school. That was like a little classic right there. Buzz, Maggie, no. Full House, I'm giving Full House an S. Full House was that show. I don't watch too many shows that don't really have black people in them, but growing up and not having as many black people in TV shows growing up, when you're like me being 32, couldn't be too picky, right? Now I refuse to watch it. I don't care. I refuse to watch a show that does not have any type of diversity in it, specifically black and brown folks. If your show doesn't have black and brown folks in it of today, or if it's an older show, I'm not going to watch it nowadays. But Full House growing up, that was one of them ones. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Scooby-Doo get an S every time. I don't care which version it is. I don't care, like, what's new Scooby-Doo coming after you? We gonna solve that mystery. You know your show is good when you got a theme song that after. Scooby-Doo's just like the TV animated series is about as old as I am. I'm 32. After all of these years, all these decades later, I still, because I haven't watched What's New Scooby-Doo in over a decade. I haven't seen a single episode, right? And for me to still know that theme song like that, that's how you know it was good. That's how you know it was good. Pinky in the Brain, I never could really get in Pinky in the Brain, so I'm gonna give it a C. Winnie the Pooh, I'm gonna give a D. I never really liked Winnie the Pooh. Wishbone, never seen it. Obie, I think I seen this, but I don't remember anything from it. Never seen this. Flintstones gets an S. That's a classic. That's a classic, and I won't say nothing more on that. I didn't really watch this show, so I'm gonna give it a never seen, don't remember. Pepper Ann gets an F in my opinion. Couldn't stick with it. Wasn't good enough. Never seen that. Tom and Jerry, an S. The OG. That's why when I was looking at this, I wanted to do, and I'm gonna do it later, but there's a Cartoon Network tier list, and in my opinion, Cartoon Network is the goated network for cartoons. They had all the hits, they had all the big, they had the Scooby-Doo series, they had the Tom and Jerry series, like they had all of the classics. Teen Titans Go, Kids Next Door, they had Ed and Eddie, they had all of the classics, and you're not going to be able to convince me that they are not the best cartoon show network of all time. Period. It's not even close in my opinion. Clifford the Big Red Dog, that was, I'll give a B. That was a nice little show to catch here and there. That wasn't a show that I consistently, regularly like looked forward to watching, but when it came on, it was something that I did watch. I will say that. Inspector Gadget. Oh, Inspector Gadget. Yeah, that's an A. That's an A right there. Just off the theme song alone. Never seen this one. These little clowns get an F. Freakazoid, that's an F as well. Is this Adventures of Flapjack get an F as well. Brace Face gets an F. Oh, I'm putting these in the wrong spots. Gets an F as well. Lilo and Stitch, the series, didn't really watch that, so let's put that there. Darkwing Duck, I'm gonna say a C. Friends, F.
I said what I said.
Chip and Dale, I didn't really watch that, so I'm gonna put here. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. Oh, I have seen that. I was about to say, like, what was that? C. I'm gonna give it a C. Pinky Binky Doo. Yeah, no, we don't put you there. Oh, we don't put you there, Miss Olivia. Sorry. Looney Tunes. Another one that was on Cartoon Network. S. There is not a single. I don't think there's a single Cartoon Network show that isn't an S or an A. I'm just saying. Nickelodeon, like Pinky and the Brain came on Nickelodeon for me. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast, I'm pretty sure that was Nickelodeon or Disney Channel. Darkwing Duck, I don't know which one that, but the shows on Cartoon Network. Simpsons, I never really could get into Simpsons. I'm more of a Family guy. So for me, that type of style of animation, Family Guy is number one to me, then American Dad, then Simpsons. I never could get into the Simpsons like that, so I'm gonna give Simpsons a D. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that gets an S. Like, one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. DuckTales, I give it a C. Alf, didn't watch enough of that to really give an opinion on. Ninja Turtles, I'm gonna give an A. Quack Dak, y'all remember Sailor Moon. I gave Sailor Moon an F or a D in the anime series. Never really could get into Sailor Moon. Never seen this. Zoom, I think my friend was telling me about this show the other day, but I never seen it because we was like reminiscing on like cartoon shows and like stuff that growing up. He told me about this one, and then he told me about another one where the kids was like doing like, it reminded me of Temple Run, the game, to where they was in a temple and they was doing like these activities to have to like get prizes and stuff like that. I forget what the name of it was, but I've never seen that. Tiny Toons, I'm gonna give Tiny Toons an A. Tiny Toons could be an S as well, but it's not as good as the OG Looney Tunes. But I did watch the hell out some Tiny Toons growing up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pokemon. If you've seen the other tier list, the anime tier list, you know how I feel about Pokemon. Pokemon, one of the GOATed series of all time, will always be one of my favorites, no matter what. That's one of the series that I go back and I revisit and I rewatch from time to time. Family Matters, I give a B. Good show. I just didn't like the fact that Steve Urkel, obviously the main character, how they just was doing him bold. And then when he was like, became one of them ones to where he transformed into one of them ones, and they still playing in his face when he not in that version of him. Like, y'all know what, y'all seen the glow up, y'all know what this man is. Let's stop that, right? So I just didn't like how they was playing my guy. Garfield and Friends, I'm gonna give a D. Didn't watch enough of this to really give a grade. Don't know what the hell that is. Stuck in the Middle. I didn't watch enough of that to know that. Diego, go Diego. I'm gonna give a C. Not as good, nowhere near as good as the OG Dora the Explorer, which gets an S. Period. Ed, Edd and Eddy, another Cartoon Network show that gets an S. It's just Cartoon Network. I don't know who was in them damn studios back then. Like, I feel like I'm blessed being a millennial to where I've seen, like, we've seen a lot. We've been through a lot. But we've been blessed with a lot of amazing things that the kids nowadays just don't get. Like, you don't get them TV shows that are just classics to where you just looking forward to watching, and that you will go back all these years later to continue rewatching the reruns on, and also get them crazy ass theme songs. Like, all of these damn theme songs for these songs, like, they don't make the shows like they used to. They don't. Proud Family. Now, Disney, y'all put y'all foot in this one. Y'all put y'all foot in this one. Proud Family is one that I still go back and watch to this day. Never seen that. Never seen that. I do recognize who they are, but I've never seen that show. S. Come on. Another Cartoon Network show, by the way. I'm not being biased, I promise. True Jackson VP. S. Nickelodeon, y'all did y'all big one with that one. They y'all finally coming to the board. I'm starting to see now. Cat in the Hat. D. Wild Kratts, never seen this. The Wiggles. One of my cousins growing up loved the Wiggles, but I hated it, so it gets an F. Pig Cat, never seen this. Or never seen that. Even Stevens. I give Even Stevens a C. Even Stevens, like, a lot of people growing up loved Even Stevens, but I couldn't really get into it like that. Phil from the Future, that gets a D. The Little Einsteins, going on the cruising stars, Little Einsteins. I'm gonna get him a B. Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, cruising through the stars, Little Einsteins. All that. This is. They don't make them like that no more. They don't. Hey Arnold. Everybody swear by Hey Arnold, but not me. The Amanda Show, I'm gonna give a B. The Amanda Show was good, but it just got like repetitive, like with her caricature that she was playing, like Amanda Please and stuff. Like, it just got to a point to where, like, it gets to a point like, I get it, but like, oh my goodness, don't know what that is. Don't know what this is. Nope. Nursery Bob, Tough Pups, nope. Ninjas, nope. Fred, that gets an F. Marvin. Sunny with a Chance. I feel like I remember that, but I don't remember enough of it. Didn't watch enough of this to know that. Bucket and Skinner's. No, didn't watch that. Didn't watch this. The Naked Brothers Band. I'ma give the Naked Brothers Band a B, because the one song that they made, that long distance relationships will kill you, that's something I live by, because I hate a long distance relationship, let me tell you. And that song just sticks with me. Nope. Clarissa Explains It. Nope. I never watched this, and it's crazy because this was a show that was in our school textbooks growing up. I never watched it though. Nope. Gullah Gullah Island. Y'all gonna be mad at me, but I never watched enough of Gullah Gullah Island to give an opinion on that. Little Bill. I'm gonna say a D. Never watched that. Never watched this. Is this what I think it is? Let me see. Nah, that's not it. I've never seen that. But Roly Poly? Roly Poly, you get an A. Roly Poly was a good one. I love that one. Didn't watch enough of this. Never seen this. Never seen this. Never seen this. Handy Manny, never watched that. Never watched this. Never watched this. Never watched this. Never watched Jungle Junction. Couldn't tell you what that was. Chuggington, nope. Nope. Ren and Stimpy. This show was like extremely goofy, but I never liked it. So that gets an F. Doug. Never liked Doug, but it is better than Ren and Stimpy, so I'm gonna say a D. I didn't watch enough of this. Didn't watch enough of that one. Real Monsters. Now, Real Monsters gets an S for real. I remember the Real Monsters game for Sega Genesis. Hard ass game. Them games back in the day, hard as hell. You couldn't beat them. Angry Beavers gets an A. Cat and Dog. Now that's a now Nickelodeon was in a bag with this one. Cat and Dog. That's a S tier show right there. The Wild Thornberries. That's an S tier show as well. Rocket Power. That's an S tier. Okay, Nickelodeon, y'all bringing the heat. Y'all still not as good as the Cartoon Network, but y'all bringing the heat. Y'all top two. I see. Y'all bringing the heat, because Rocket Power, that was a good ass show, and the game was good and fun as hell too. Didn't watch enough of this one to give you. Didn't watch enough of this. Never seen this. Rugrats All Grown Up. I did see Rugrats All Grown Up. Let me stop lying. But that's a C. This is an F. Sorry, not sorry. You are an F as well. Penguins, didn't watch this. Never watched this. Never watched this. Never watched that. Never watched this. Never watched that one. Legend of Korra is an A. Really good, and I love her abilities, her powers, but you're not as good as she. It's not as good as the OG. They almost never are. Never seen that. Never seen that. Dragon Tales, come on now. S tier show. S tier show. Dragon Tale, Dragon Tale. Let's all go to Dragonland. Yeah. How to Rock, nope. Figure Out, nope. Nope. Yeah. They throwing a lot of shows at me that I've never seen. These must be like 2000s, like mid to, like, I'm gonna say like mid, like 2005 to 2010 type shows. So I've never seen this. Now this is a classic right here. This is a classic right there. That's an S. That's one of the ones that also came on in the morning. Like some of these, like growing up, some of these shows you couldn't even catch during just normal hours. Like you get out of school, you come back home from school, you couldn't catch shows like that one. It's like just during the day. You gotta catch that in the morning time. It's just crazy. Cause we kids at that time. Never seen this. Regular show. Never watched a regular show. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Never watched this show. Never seen this. Totally Spies is an S. Totally Spies. Now that Totally Spies and Kim Possible. Them some good ass shows right there about spies and like that agent. Camp Lazlo is an F. Thomas the Train, didn't watch enough of that. Bob the Builder. I'm say a D. Theme song's good, but show is like Recess is an F in my opinion. I know that's a classic for a lot of people, but I just couldn't get into that one. Never seen this one. And I know he a classic, but I never watched it. Once again, growing up, I didn't really watch shows that had actual people in them. It was mainly cartoons and anime. So if I've seen the show that has actual people in this, because I watched it later in my years growing up. But as a kid, if it wasn't cartoon anime based, I wasn't watching it. And his show I just never went back to watch. Never seen this. Kids Next Door. I was telling y'all about Kids Next Door. S. Another Cartoon Network show. S. Just having like that, like the spies, because they were spies too, but they little treehouse. They made me and my cousins and my friends when we was growing up want to build tree houses everywhere we went. We want to build a tree house and act as if we was them every time. Johnny Test, C. I give Johnny Test a C. Never watched this. Barney. I don't care what you talking about. Barney is a classic. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody, do your share. Come on, Barney done taught us so much, and Barney's still teaching the kids to this day. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. This one I'll give a B. This was again another show that you would catch in the morning times. Powerpuff Girls. Before I would have given like an F, but going back and rewatching Powerpuff Girls when I was a little bit older, hey, it's a good show. Not a S tier show, but it's a good show. Now the OG classic, Avatar: The Last Airbender, S. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. iCarly, S. Once again, one of those shows that didn't really have diversity, but I'm a kid and we didn't have that much representation in TV shows growing up with diversity. So that one still, like, I even watched the new one that they came out with like all these years later with the Adult Carly and her friends. They do got a black girl in that one, so thank you, appreciate that. And that was pretty good too. Adventure Time. I know y'all wasn't expecting probably that, but I don't like Adventure Time at all. Doc McStuffins, never watched. Jimmy Neutron is an S tier show. And I will not be elaborating on that. Teletubbies, B. I'll give Teletubbies a B. Victorious, I'm gonna give Victorious an S too, because that's another classic. And my guy Leon Thomas from there, love him. And Ariana Grande, I absolutely love both of them. Love them. Wizards of Waverly Place, S. Won't be elaborating. You just had to be there. You just had to watch. Courage the Cowardly Dog, another Cartoon Network show. S. I just love Courage the Cowardly Dog. It gives a bit of horror with comedy, action. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Sam and Cat. I actually rewatched that not too long ago, and I realized how bad of a show it was. Hannah Montana, A. Gumball, didn't watch enough of that. Never seen this. Henry Danger, never watched enough of that. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, S. We did have diversity in this one, so come on. But that show was so good, made me want to go back and watch it. Zack and Cody, they was in a bag, like, cause you know how you have for That's So Raven, which came on Disney Channel. Yeah, Disney Channel. Did That's So Raven is the queen of Disney Channel, in my opinion, still to this day. But especially in growing up, the queen of Disney Channel. Then you have for Cartoon Network. Well, no, because Sweet Life and Zack and Cody, that came on Disney Channel too. Disney Channel has some hits. More actual people-based hits. Cartoon Network was the GOAT for cartoons. Disney Channel had a lot of like human-based, like actual people type shows that were really good. Now that I'm thinking about it. Dora the Explorer. What was that other one that I put in there? Let me look at that. I thought that was the OG. Where you at? Oh yeah, I never seen that. Let me take that one out of there. Now that's the OG Dora. That one's an S. Never seen this one. Sweet Life on Deck, an A. Really good. They're older, but not as good as that OG. Kim Possible, S. I already told y'all Kim Possible, one of them ones. I'm gonna put Kim Possible in the S. Danny Phantom, I'm gonna put as an A. Good Luck Charlie. Good Luck Charlie is an S only because they did have, I love that they did have some diversity in there. At least with them, they did have a couple of black folks in there, so I'm not mad at that. But the reason why I give Good Luck Charlie an S is because the mom. She is one of the best moms on like for like a kid show, because like how delusional she was, it's crazy. She was so delusional, and the father Bob, he just would put up with it. Just like it's just so funny. And the older you get, the more you realize like we all got delusion in us, and we all be acting that way. So it just like put it in perspective as you get older. But that's a really good ass show. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love that show. Drake and Josh is an S show. That's childhood right there. That's childhood. Zoe 101. I didn't watch enough of Zoe 101. Shake It Up. I love Zendaya Down, but Shake It Up, I'm gonna give a C. The Thundermans, didn't watch enough of that. Fosters of Imaginary Friends. Let's give a B. I'll give a B. Ant Farm. Again, I love China Down, but this show just wasn't it. Wasn't. Cow You, didn't watch enough of Cow You. Don't know what that is. Didn't watch enough of that. Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Ooh. A B. I give Jesse a B. That Butler, best character in the show. Ned's Declassified. I'll give a C. Didn't watch this. The Haunted Halloways. This was a pretty good show, actually. I'll give a B. Uh, Backyardigans. Yes. It's backyard again. That's an S show right there. I love the Backyardigans. They in their backyard, but they got this big ass imagination. That's perfect for kids, right? Growing up, that's perfect. Austin and Allie. D. Phineas and Ferb. S tier show. And I'm so glad that they just revamped it, and I actually gotta go and watch it if it started up. I know that they revamped it, but I don't know if they started dropping the episodes already. Didn't watch this. Keenan and Kel. S tier show. One of the goats. And they carried all that as well. 100 Things. Never seen this. Never watched that one. Teen Titans Go. S. There's a lot of S shows growing up. Like I said, we was blessed growing up with the TV shows. Teen Titans Go is a classic, as well as the OG, just Teen Titans. Dexter Laboratory, that's an S show. I was blessed growing up. Liv and Maddie, didn't watch enough of that. Never really watched Sesame Street. Fish Hook, never seen that. Never seen this. Arthur gets a C from me. I never really liked Arthur growing up. Yeah, average. Blue's Clues gets a A. I'm gonna give Blue's Clues an A. Where did that drop in the A column? No. Casey, this one. This is an A right here. This was when Zendaya was in her bag. Pair of Kings, never seen that. Never seen this. Sid the Kid, I didn't watch this growing up. Never seen this. Magic School Bus. S. Come on now. I won't be elaborating. An S. Never seen this. This or this. Johnny Bravo is an A. It's an A. Would be an S tier, but it's not as good as the other ones in its time that it was around. Cow and Chicken, D. Never seen this. Teen Titans Now. This the OG. S. Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go are both S. Both of them. Didn't watch enough of this. Fairly Odd Parents is an S. Yeah, that's an S. Never seen this. Didn't really watch that. Lab Rats, never seen that. That's So Raven, S. Like I was telling y'all, Raven carried Disney Channel, and in my opinion, still does. That's So Raven is the future I can see. Didn't watch enough of Liz McGuire. Never seen that. Rugrats, S. One of the only TV shows that don't have like lyrics in their song or in their intro song, but still is a good ass intro song. Never seen this. SpongeBob SquarePants, S. And I feel like SpongeBob SquarePants still feeding the kids to this day. New School, I didn't really watch this actually. Never seen this. Corey in the House, I'm gonna give a B. It was a good spinoff from That's So Raven. VeggieTales, never really watched VeggieTales like that. Never seen this. House Mouse, oh, that's a classic. I'm gonna give it a B though. That's a deep cut right there. Never watched this. Animaniacs, I'm gonna say a C. Sabrina, never watched this. Never watched Franklin. Never seen this. Gargoyles. That's a classic. I'm gonna give it A. It's not as good as the other shows that are in S that Gargoyles came out with, but Gargoyles again was one of those shows that you would catch in the morning times. I don't know why they did that when we was growing up, to where these shows come out in the morning like that. Never seen that. Never seen this. Big Bear in the Big Blue House. Yes, now that's a classic right there. That's an S. That's a classic. Disney came with them hits. Cartoon Network still got the bag, but they came with the hits. Aladdin. Did I watch the animated series? No. Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. I'm gonna say a B. That's a classic. That's a classic. I forgot about that show. Timon and Pumbaa. I never watched that. Don't know what this is. Goof Troop. Never watched that. Don't know what this is now. Batman, the animated series. Whew. Goated. If you ain't never seen that, you should go watch it. That's goated right there. Never seen these. Nope. Never watched that. Ben 10. That's an S. And Boy Meets World. Names. Oh yeah. This is with what's her name? Topanga. Let me just make sure. Yeah, yep, that's the one. I'll give a B. I'll give a B. And then Sister. Should already know where that's going for me. Should already know where that's going for me. S. All right. That's our list. And I think this is a fire list. There's a lot of shows on here that I've never watched, but I feel like a lot of these shows that they have on here are from a time, because I was born in 93.
Damn.
So by the time I graduated high school in 2011. Yeah, 2011. So by the time like the 2000, I say like 2003, 4 and up, I wasn't really watching cartoons anymore. Like when I go back and I revisit cartoons nowadays, it's just for a nostalgic feeling. But around that 2004 and up time frame, I wasn't really watching too many cartoons or anything like that. I was big into video games at that point, so a lot of my time was took up in video games. I did a lot of like extracurricular type school, so I was in multiple after school programs. I was in AP courses. I was doing like a lot of stuff, so a lot of time of my time was focused in school as well, and I was working. So I really didn't have too much time for that. So around that time, like I wasn't watching shows. So I feel like a lot of those shows that they have on here was around that time frame, to where I wasn't really watching those shows like that anymore. But I think my list is on here. I got a good mix of like people-based shows with the cartoons, animes, stuff like that. We got Full House, we got Scooby-Doo, we got Flintstones, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, True Jackson, BP, got Pokemon in there, got Ed, Edd and Eddy, Barney, we got iCarly. Like, that's a good ass S tier list, and I feel like every show that's in here is an S tier show, and I feel like there's not going to be anybody that disagrees with that. My A's, these are good, solid A shows. Like, they're really good shows, but I think they're still a tier below the S tiers. Then my B's, good B list. My C's, I think these are all good average shows. Y'all might argue with me on Arthur, Animaniacs, and a couple of others, but I feel like those are middle of the road type shows. The only one in here I think y'all disagree is The Simpsons. Maybe Conching, y'all might like, and Hey Arnold. Those few, but I just couldn't get into those personally, in my opinion. F, Pepper Ann, I think y'all might disagree with. Ren and Stimpy, Recess. But these other ones, I think they're spot on. Oh, Flapjack too. A lot of people like Flapjack and Sailor Moon. But I think the other ones are spot on. And then obviously ours that we didn't watch, Blue's Clues. Oh, there's Blue's Clues. I'm like, where did Blue's Clues go? We did watch Blue's Clues, and I said Blue's Clues was an A. But yeah, I think that's a good ass list in my opinion. A really good list in my opinion. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. As always, I greatly appreciate the love and support y'all show the videos. Make sure you continue to spam that like button, smash sub button to join, bell notification to be alerted. And until next time.